Morning, my loves. How are we? I wonder what that was outside in the garden then. Peculiar shape. How are we all? Are we well? Apparently no touching, no catching balls, and a one-way system. What did that just say? A one-way system for walking round school. One year 6 pupil explains how much has changed. Well, there you are, a little news flash. No touching, no catching balls. So random, isn't it? Oh, let me turn the lights on. Don't go away. Let's turn the lights on. That's that. Oh, there you are. A bit of light on the situation. That's a bit better. How are we, my loves? Now, two things. Amy, morning, my love. Been working all week. Wendy, morning, my love. Been working all week. Lovely to have you back. Now, the other thing is, oh, hang on, this. Now, I just want to say this. Lee, are you with us this morning, Lee? I haven't gone on to the live chat yet. I've just been reading this. But if you are, you're a man after my own heart. You love the history of what we're the dancing, as I do. I've always been a great lover, and I've always sort of studied the history of what we do as well, because it fascinates me. And you're talking about here about the waltzes being the oldest dances, and it was considered a dirty dancing until Queen Victoria's time. It was certainly the Viennese waltz. Lord Byron wrote something fabulous about the Viennese waltz being that it was. Well, I'll find it and I'll read it to you. I should have found it earlier, but I'll find it and read it to you next week. But the waltz that we do now, so you might find this interesting. The waltz that we do now, it was once called the diagonal waltz. Now, it wasn't introduced into ballroom dance until the sort of 20s or 30s, really. Before that, we used to do a rotational waltz, like the old time waltz, which is a different type of waltz. And there was a big competition in London. I think it was called the Star Championship, something like that. And there wasn't one specific standardized version of the waltz. People were just dancing the waltz, the slow waltz, the English waltz, not the Viennese waltz. And it was deemed that the winner of the competition, whichever style of waltz they were dancing, would be the one that was going to be standardized and the technique would be written about. And the diagonal waltz won. And it used to be called the diagonal waltz because the whole thing's danced, well, the whole thing, most of the thing, certainly starting on the diagonal alignment. So if we talk about the room here, so this is straight, what we call straight down the room or straight down line of dance. And now here I'm facing the wall. And that little alignment between facing the wall and going down the line of dance is called diagonal alignment. And it's literally between the two. And what that allows me to do is progress down and around the room. So if I do my 6 steps of a natural turn, so I go forward, we've done this before, together, back, and I start and I finish on the diagonal alignments, that means I'm progressing naturally round and down the room. Whereas the rotational waltz was different. Rotated, it didn't have any diagonal alignments. If I didn't have the diagonal alignment, I would do this here and I would dance in a great big box here and not go anywhere. So the diagonal alignment is vitally important for the waltz to move around the room, and that was where our waltz that we dance today, which seems like a really old-fashioned dance. I always think the waltz seems like the oldest of dances, and it's not really. It's all, well, apart from the tango, it's the newest of the dances in the way that we do it now, the diagonal alignment. So it's the diagonal waltz. So there you go. I thought you might find that interesting. I find all that stuff really interesting. It makes me go, oh, I didn't know that. That's marvellous. So here we go. Let's get up to speed. Oh no, let's refresh that. Oh, here we go. Recap. Marvellous. Now, I can't wait for the American Smooth, Michelle. Morning, my love. Ellie, Gillian, Ellen. Happy birthday, Ellie. At Ellie, keep her lit. Okay, Ellie, keep her lit. Happy birthday. Ellie Clyde. Some sesh planned for tonight. Good one, my love. Sunday tomorrow. Have a day in bed. Victoria, morning, my love. Lauren P. Sue, Frankie, morning, all, bit late today. Shall we catch up the earlier info after live session? Sorry, don't you worry, we're just talking about the waltz. Just a little bit of a historical bit of waltz. Martin, good morning to my favourite person. Well, you're my favourite person. Don't tell the others, they get very jealous. And morning to everybody else. AJ, I'm not going to mention what the note you sent me about the might be bumping into each other on the spins. So let's go over that now. I don't want best beloved to find out the truth. Let's go over our little American smooth Viennese waltz. So we start side by side, the boy is on the left, the lady is on the right, and then we come into each other. So what this action here is a transference of weight. Do you remember that? So I go together, away. Now at this point here, the boy just goes across the front of the lady. I go forward, turn, finish to the side. One more time for the boys. 1 and 2 and forward and side. Now the ladies, you start on the other side, you do the tricky bit naturally. Forward and out, and then you put your hand in front of your face like this, the boy takes the hand and you do a spin under the arm. Oh, nice, isn't it? And then from here, we do sort of what we call a standing spin, or we run around each other. So we go round each other like this. Here, you can go around as many times as you like on that. And then you must come out with your right foot, girls. Now you've got two options for the exit. You can either just go forward, side, out, or you can do a spin and out. I advise not doing that. I don't know why I just threw that in. That was random. So we go again for the boys. In and out and over you go, and take hold of the lady around the waist. Lady's hands either on the shoulder or around the chest. And then you open, she goes to there. And in the last beat 6, we just rock to our left foot because we were going to link it to this piece and step across. We did that in the Foxtrot Viennese waltz, so we can introduce that into this Viennese waltz, sorry, Foxtrot American Smooth. We can introduce it to the Viennese waltz American Smooth. Imagine doing a Foxtrot Viennese waltz. Makes no sense at all. So here we go, ladies. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ladies, we go round. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back onto the left foot. Ya da dee da ya dee da. Get the idea? Let's do it a little more briskly. I feel like I'm speaking really quickly today. Lee will be having a nightmare with this. So let's try this from the beginning. Are you ready? And we go open and out. Sorry. In and out and under she goes. Round you go. A ya dee da da. Open she goes. And rock onto your left foot. Ra dee dum and dum dee dum. Da yum bum bum. We can do the turn backwards. Nice? All right. Ladies, one more time. And in and out. Shall we do it to counts? Let's do it to counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad? How's that? Let me know. Up to speed? Dashing through? AJ. Feel this figure, try it, yes, do a good idea. Sing the song, my teacher used to say. For the run round, does the lady go on the left or the right? Good question, Maddie. I gather the lady up in my right arm, and the lady goes with her right arm as well. And so the partner is on the right hand side, obviously, because I've got them in this arm. So as I do this here, I go up and da, da, yum, dee, da. I'm doing lady. I come forward here and I'm being gathered this side. So I walk forwards on the right hand side of the man, and then I come out across the front of him to here. Good? Out, pull my hair. Mentioned your post on his chest. Sue. Good. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Victoria, you're a natural. How do I set out this dreadful habit of looking at my feet? Other than that, this is going well. Gene, if you look at your feet all the time, you'll find it very difficult to balance and spin. If you do more than one spin, it's sort of impossible. You have to look at something. Look at something. I mean, I've got a mirror here next to you, which you can't see, which is a delight, really. So I'm always looking at myself. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the key really is to look up. This is a hard habit to break. I used to do this. Fred Astaire looks down a lot when he dances. Work for him. What should work for you? But the problem is, we're looking down, everything else gets dragged down with it, so we end up losing posture, which makes spinning a bit tricky. Oi, yuppa. So you'll feel like when you're dancing, if you're looking up suddenly, that you're all back weighted, but you have to retrain yourself a little bit. Just you're doing it for a while, it sort of breaks a habit, and you sort of readjust. You don't have to make a big deal of it, but it does. You sort of will readjust. But that, unfortunately, is important, because if you are looking down, this happens. I do it, so I know exactly what happens. So it's keep going, but it does make you feel a bit wonky to start with. Right, good, done. I'm a bit lost. Amy, oh, well, you've only just come to it, my love. My favourite dance by far, nothing beats this. It's beautiful. Michelle, you are an American smoother if ever I've met one. That's for sure, and I can't blame it. It's fabulous. So, what did we do next? We did the... what did we do next? Oh, salsa. Oh, God, I can't remember. Isn't it a nightmare? Let's just check. Oh, Argentine Tango. Oh, my goodness me, yes. Argentine Tango. Now, we did the thing with the leg hooks, didn't we? The leg hook. And it's called something else. I've forgotten the name of it right now. It'll come to me. So, we took it from the swivels, the back swivels for the lady. So, boys, you're going to do this. You're going to go side, together, side, tap. Side, tap, side. This is a gathering of a weight. It's not a dig. We're not suddenly the pips from Gladys Knight. So we're going to go dig, sweep, just sweeps across whilst you're rotating the lady backwards into the swivel. And then when we get to the last one here, the lady knows there's going to be a change because we over rotate. And then what happens then is there we bend. Do you remember we talked about bending the knee, softening the knee slightly to receive the hook of the leg? And then we come out here, side close, and then we're off. We go left, right, left, and then we go to the side there, and then the lady hooks again, and then we come back into closed position. Lady, you've got all the complications, lady. So let's do a bit more time on the lady steps. So she goes step, as she goes together, she swivels and goes back. Remember we talked about that? Now the swivel isn't one of these, you fall back onto it and then try and swivel, because it's very difficult to swivel once you've got your weight on it, past the ball of the foot. So what you need to do is you get to there, you swivel here, and then you push the leg out. See that? So there's this sense of the leg pushing out behind you, and as you go onto the ball of foot here, you start to swivel, and the feet gather underneath. And the same applies there, and then we gather here. Same applies there, and same applies there. Now on this last one here, as I go, oh, I'm being overturned, I'm going to give him a flick. Step, side, close. Nice? Got the idea? Got the idea? Should we do that again? So ladies, you're going to go. You go with your right foot. You go step and then you go. Oh, the Salida. Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia. Oh my God, I can't speak today. Step and step and step and step and nice balance. Step, flick, step and close. Now you ladies, you go backwards with your left foot and then your right foot, and then cross. That's your salida right there. And from there, you go forward there, and then you step forward here. And at this point, boys, you remember we tuck the foot behind, just to stop the lady walking? Do you remember that? So ladies, you go to here like this. You go step, and you'll feel the boy's foot just in front of yours. And then he turns you, and you flick here like this. And then you can bring the leg down in front of you, and then come out into there. So let's just go over that again. I think I missed that part out for the boys. I went through the boys a bit quick. But it's the girls that works. Let's do the girls again. So you go step and push and push and push. I get overturned. I don't flick in front. I flick this way. I step forward and together. Now from there, I go back, step, cross. As he turns me here, I do this. I just uncross the feet. I step forward, he blocks me. He rotates me, and I flick. And then I bring the leg down here in front of myself, and then step forward onto there. Comprendez-vous? Boys, you go. Step and 1, she turns backwards. 2, she turns backwards. 3, overturn it. Receive the flick. And she comes in front. We go. I have to remember left or right here. Right, can't remember Martha or Martha. 2, and then she steps, and I stop her. And now she does the flick. She gathers up, and then she comes back in front. Argentine Tango. How's that? Not bad? Girls got the idea? Got the idea? Next, we're going to do. Lee, get on. We're going to do the salsa. Yes, salsa. Now we did the spin from the crossbody lead. Do you remember that? So we go and normal crossbody lead. Go step, 2, 3, across, 5, 6. So ladies, you go and a 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7. So the cross part is that we go 1, 2, 3 across the body for a 5, 6, 7. Make any sense? So you sort of, if I start here, so facing this way here, I can get the lady to go over there. So I go a 1, 2, and I step to the side, boys, and she goes straight across the front of me. 5, 6, 7. So for the lady, you just go a 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7. Now, to add a bit of zhuzh to that, you can put a spin in on the 5, 6, 7 part for the lady. Boys, you remain the same, naturally. Girls, you go a 1, 2, 3, you go 5, 6, 7, still 3 steps, but you're going to spin on them. So you go 1, 2, 3, ya, di, da. So the step pattern remains the same. The only difference is you're spinning the steps rather than stepping the steps. So take the spin over the 3 steps as well. 1, 2, 3. So I do a bit of turn on the right foot, left foot rather, a bit more on the right foot, and carry on the left foot, and then step backwards with the right foot. 3. Now we talked about this, but you're being able to cheat this slightly. If you haven't finished the amount of spin you need, you can sort of step out of the last one to face your partner. So you do an extra bit of turn on the final step leading into the back part or the beginning of the next bit. Now let's do this. Boys, you go 1, 2, 3. Now your job, boys, you either have the lady in a double hand hold or you've got your hand around her back and one hand here. You'd have this hand. What happens is as soon as you start to go a 1, 2, 3, you know you're going to do your step, you have to adjust your hand, boys. You adjust your hand from that position, the closed position, to our hand as though I'm turning the lady under the arm, which means my fingers go this way, horizontally, and the lady's fingers go vertically, like this. So I go from here, normal, to here. And it's the boys, the leaders, whomever it be, are the ones who make the adjustment. Very important. Ladies, I prefer it when the lady doesn't do anything. You just stand there, be fabulous and come along for the ride, because if you start making an adjustment and I start making an adjustment, it's like a nightmare. We're fiddling around, nothing ever happens. So one of us must stay still. To be honest with you, if the boy doesn't really know what he's doing and the girl's quite adept, that's really on dancing, the professional ladies are leading everything. So we'll adjust that theory. We'll say whomever knows what they're doing, make the adjustment. But it needs to be one person making an adjustment, the other person not. So I go, a 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7. Comprendez-vous? Here we go. A 1, 2, 3, and a 5, 6, 7. So ladies, you go a 1, 2, 3, and a 5, 6, 7. A 1, 2, 3. And it's lovely because it just flows right into the next bit. The key to it as well is don't try and make it big, so it doesn't travel very far. Boys or leaders, whenever you're dancing with your partner, the person that's doing the most amount of work is the person that makes sort of the zero adjustment. So if, for example, I know the lady's got to get from here to here, as long as my partner does the correct amount of steps, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7, a 1, 2, 3, and does all of that, I will make the adjustment and get round her, if you like, because she's doing all the hard work. I'm just going like this. I mean, the least I could do is just shift a bit. I mean, the amount of times I've seen people go, no dear, you didn't make it round. All you had to do was that, you would have cleared it all up. But there you are, you see. A 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7. Ladies, you go a 1, 2, 3, a little wind up, a 5, 6, 7, a 1, 2, 3. So that little wind up helps you get a little bit of speed into it. We also did the hand section, or the arm section, I remember. Oh my God, it makes me warm. So I go like this. This is very simple. This goes back, 2, 3, a back, 2, 3, a back, 2, 3, a back, 2, 3. Now, but what we're doing is we're changing places. So I'm here, my partner's there. I go back to under she goes. Change the position here, under I go. Back, under she goes, back, under I go. So we go, and a 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7. A 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7. So it's quite fast. The arm just does this. A 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then just swishing across the face. But we're making half turns on each part of it. A 5, 6, 7 here. 1, 2, 3 here. 5, 6, 7. And that there is the arm section. Did that without getting warm. The next thing we did. What was the next thing we did? Let's have a look. See? It was the Charleston. Now we did. Oh yes. Yes. Now I did it yesterday. Oh my goodness me, the arm section. There I am. You haven't been here a week. Deborah, thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle. Can only do the one spin. Only do one spin. That's all we need. Armography. Craig Rebel Horwood introduces a new word into the how about that? Craig Rebel Horwood introduces a new word into the dictionary, into normal parlance. Armography. Everything's sonography now. If you've got a chair, it's chairography. If it's a fan, we've got fanography. Armography. It's all brilliant. I love it. Spaghettiography. We've got now the Charleston. So we talked about the feet swivel again. This is everything in Charleston, and of course the timing. We talked about timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 5. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beep dum. So that's, and then we did this. Remember? We did this. Feet not too far apart. Hands on knees. We go across and then we open. And we're cross and we're open. So you swap it every time we come together. Cross, together, open, together. Across, together, open, together. That's a real 20s style of step, that is. It's sort of quirky and angular. and sort of unsexy for the ladies, and yet it's just one of those. That's the sort of style steps that they did in that time. Shoe shine. Do you remember that? Shoe shine. It's very simple. Literally just present the shoe, give it a shine. Present the shoe, give it a shine. Present the shoe, give it a shine. And also you're always pushing with the arms. Here. This is quite a Fred Astaire thing. The push. Quite a push. And he goes push and push and push and push. And that sort of style. Immediately gives it a style. The other thing we did was this. We did this. There we go. Ready? We go and toe of the left, ball of the left foot, heel of the right foot, heels together. Toe of the right foot, heel of the left foot, toes together, toes and knees. And repeat the first one. And we go 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1. This is the practice. Here we go. We've been practicing. We go and 1 and 2, and 1. You can only do this on bended knee. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I love that. Now there's an arm thing going on upstairs while we're doing this. Disaster. We'll do that another day. But this is the bit we want to practice. So we're practicing this. And we're practicing this. Yum, 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 in, out. Now, you will have the inclination to want to go round in a circle. Oh, here, and so you have to make a little adjustment as you're doing it. 1, 2, so you make a little cheat. So you just slide that back foot back a little bit every now and again, just a little shunt backwards, just to keep you in a straight line. Unless you want to go in a circle, it's quite fun in a circle. Charleston, cracked it. Can't believe we fit it all in. Armography, shoe polish step, shoe shine, a shoe shine. Do the swivels go clockwise or anti-clockwise? I don't know. I've never been asked that before. I don't know what you mean. Tell me what you mean, Michelle. Maddie, sorry, my apologies. Maddie, do the swivels go clockwise or anti-clockwise? You talking about this? Is this the swivel you mean here? Well, let's say it is. Tell me if it is. Gillian, genuinely surprised, the Latin seems to be coming more naturally overall. Yes, you might be right, my love. Actually, you could well be right. The swivel, I'm not thinking about that really. When I'm swiveling here, all I'm thinking about really is where my accent is. So my accent would be in, out, in, out, in. So I'm thinking of in, and trying to make sure I don't in nothing, in. So I'm in, ba, fa. So where's my timing really? All comes back to timing, I always think. So when I'm accenting, shump, di, ba, da, bi, ba, bi, ba, and then I'm just hitting sort of the one side of it really, as I know I'll do the other part. So I've just got to make sure I hit. Yes, that is the swivel I mean. Oh, good. Well, yeah, I think about it going in rather than out. I think I see what you mean, whether I'm going in or hitting the out part. And yum, ba ba bi, ba ba bi. You can. It depends where you feel it a little bit. You can feel like you accent the out part, or you can feel like you accent the in part. Depends on your timing. And 1, 2. So I would suggest that the and count is the out part, and the major beat, the 1 count, is the in part. So he goes and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1. Now you might feel more comfortable hitting the and, the and part, the out bit. I feel more comfortable hitting the in part. So and ya, di da da di, da ga da di, da ga da da. So that for me is more comfortable. But try the 2 and see which part you feel more comfortable accenting. and then you'll get a better swivel. But it's important to find one or the other. Otherwise, it's easy to get lost on this sort of stuff. Then they sort of flop about, and you lose a sense of sort of form. I do. I say you might not. I do. So let me know if that helps. Let me know if that helps. In and out. There you are. I'll just keep doing the shoe by step. Andy, paint my nails. Deep down, deep down. Check my nails. Deep down. It's a lovely step for the ladies. Some training, but it just needs training. Frankie, you're absolutely right. It all needs a bit of practice. The progressive swivels, they do. This thing here took me ages to go. I just had to go really slowly and just really sort of, because it's so hard because I'm using a heel of one foot and a toe of the other. I've tried to cheat it and it doesn't work. So I just had to do it slowly, and eventually it comes. You'd be surprised. Next thing you know, you're doing it flash and pan. If you suddenly went to me go the other way, I said I'd have to take another 3 months. Dance fusion is Latin and ballroom mixed with fitness. There you are. Can't be any more clear than that. What kind of Charleston music do you recommend? I mean, the old Prentice stuff's great, but there's some great new, modern variations. I mean, the Great Gatsby soundtrack was amazing for Charlestons. But you can get some great Charlestons out of Chicago. The Hot Honey Rag, was that one of them? I think Giovanni and Georgia May Foote did a Charleston. Well, Strictly Come Dancing to that. That sort of style of music is brilliant for Charleston. It's just because it's upbeat and bright and energetic, and that's what you need, I always think, for a great Charleston. The brighter it is, the more it fits in with us, because you've got to think of what the Charleston was and the time when it was being danced and what was going on. So to suddenly stick a different piece of music that's sort of a bit mellow and laid back and a bit cool, sort of makes you go a bit like that. It doesn't feel like this dance. It's a fabulous song, but it doesn't feel like this dance. As I squint like this, makes me go a bit peculiar. Well done all, much love. Thank you very much. We cleared up another few dances and we're all perfect again. See you on at 3 o'clock if you can make it. Otherwise I'll see you Monday. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, you get a lot of fabulous things that come with subscribing. It doesn't cost anything. Just press the red button on the YouTube channel, and you'll be subscribed. And then YouTube can send you stuff as well, not just ads, but other bits of information, and we can do more with you. So much love. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much.